Hey there, Mentor everyone. So today I'm going to be playing Heart of the Woods. You may be wondering why a very cute looking Yuri romance novel is in my slightly spooky stream. And that is because, from what I understand, the characters are ghost hunters. So I haven't played this before, although I think I may have played a demo or I watched a video of it or something. Definitely looks like my kind of thing. So we're going to get that going. I'm not sure how long it will take because the playtimes on the reviews for the for the Steam store are very varied. So I'm guessing it's going to be around 5 hours, maybe longer. It's a bit hard for me to really be sure. So yeah, let's see if I can get the image working. Heart of the Woods. Okay, good. I have been having trouble lately getting images to work, so yes, very nice that this one wants to work for me. Just a heads up, I am still adjusting to my new medication, so I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm hoping that playing this game will distract me from it somewhat. Okay, full screen, text speed, accessibility, audio cues, yes, screen shake off, using text. Okay, looking good. I do like that they've got an accessibility option. Okay, it didn't actually finish that off. So down the bottom, it's got descriptive text of the pictures, which is very handy, but I might actually turn that off. But it says at the end here, Tara is sleeping while Maddie is looking out the... And it doesn't actually finish it, so that's an unfortunate notice. But I am going to turn that off. I do like that the screen moves slightly up and down, just like it does on an actual train. Sorry, I'm finding the rumbling of the train is actually distracting me from reading the words, so I'm doing it a bit slower than I think I usually would.
Hey, wake up. We're almost there.
How close is almost?
I don't know. Couple minutes?
Okay, I'm getting up.
I like Tara's voice. It's very pretty.
I mean it. If you sleep through the stop, we're just going to...
I'm up, Mads. You excited?
Little bit. You?
Kinda nervous still.
What is there to be nervous about? We've done this 1,000 times.
Yeah, well, this isn't like those other 1,000 times.
Her voice sounds so familiar. I'm pretty sure one of my friends sounds so similar to her. I just can't pinpoint who. It's very comforting.
And you know that.
Maybe it's the accent. I think she's got a similar accent to my friend Emily. Maybe it's just the sassy sarcasm type tone.
I don't know, Maddie. I'm sorry. Let's chill.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, listen.
Yeah?
I know you're like, not super thrilled to be here. But let's just be cool, okay? Let's just try and have a good time.
Yeah, okay. Sorry for getting bitchy. I'm tired.
I feel ya. Hey, how do I look?
See, Tara sounds completely natural. But the other chick, her voice, like the acting is just a bit... It's like in the puzzle adventure games that I play where you can't tell if the person was actually given the lines to read or if they were just given a bunch of different phrases to say and then it was like pasted together.
Like you just slept for 6 hours on a train.
Yeah, Maddie. That's the one.
That bad, huh? Hopefully it's good enough for Morgan...
Fisher.
Morgan Fisher.
If she's meeting her online hero or whatever, then I doubt she'll care that your hair's a mess.
God, I hope not. I don't want to end up on some fashion faux pas vid. For real though, if she's super fangirly, then let's just let her get it out of her system and hopefully she won't make things weird later.
Making things get weird later is kind of our specialty though.
Yeah, true. But hey, it got us to 250,000 subs, so like, we must have been doing something right.
All I have to do is say the words. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. Okay. All I have to do is say the words. Let's go back to normal. Ooh, how cute. Also, that's a cardigan, not a jacket. Look how long it is.
Okay, this place is already killing it in terms of atmosphere.
Whew. That was very loud and sudden.
You know, none of those are actually going to be
This place really does feel
I'm really torn. Don't really want them to be talking. Especially not like with the sudden loudness from before, but at the same time I really like Tara's voice. So hard to decide whether to turn their voices off or not. Assuming that I even can. I can turn them down a little. Oh, okay, so I can adjust them so they're individually less loud. That's very cool.
It's so quiet. Isn't that cool? We're definitely not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, that's a perfect volume for her.
That's one way to put it.
Okay, her voice is a little too low now.
For real though, I think this could be the place where we finally get some hard evidence. Something solid. Just look at it. Something's gotta be out there. I can feel it. That would be the perfect send-off, wouldn't it?
Who knows? Maybe this will be the one that finally gets you a con panel so you don't have to crash someone else's.
That was one time, and their panel would have sucked without me. I can't wait to see the village tomorrow. I hope it's like one of those museum exhibits with the little replica towns and people.
In what way?
Like, architecturally. All rustic and...
I can't imagine that it'll be that different from home. They've they've got to be modern enough for Morgan to watch Paranormal after all. If you're expecting people to be walking around in monocles and waistcoats, you're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way Americans pronounce Tara as Tara, but it does make for a great pun with paranormal, Taranormal. At least it's not as bad as Tara. I can't even pronounce it properly that way.
Here I thought I'd finally get a chance to show off how amazing I'd look in a top hat.
Finger guns, bisexual confirmed.
I'm sure you'd be the Tina heartthrob of the Victorian era.
Okay, so about Morgan. Like I said before, let's give her a chance to get all the excitement out of the way.
I never thought I'd hear you.
Hey, I usually... It's just the second impression and beyond that you've got to watch out for.
Oh, thank God.
It's gotta be her, right?
Given that we're the only people out here,
I love her outfit, it's adorable.
Hey there, you two. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, who's this one called? Morgan. So she's a little quieter than them to begin with. Ah, Big Squish, giving me the hug. Maybe I'm adorable. Maybe you're adorable. I can't see you right now, but I bet anything that you were smiling enough that the big dimple is appearing on your face. Your cute little dimple. Sorry, everyone, that's... Big Squish just has the cutest dimple when he smiles. I can tell from his reactions that he's definitely smiling enough to have that dimple right now. Yeah. You've got to be careful showing off your dimple in the workrooms. Big Squish. You make your co-workers fall in love with you. Hi, Pinksme. How you doing? Lies and slander.
Oh, no worries. Are you Morgan?
That's right. It's really nice to meet you, Tara.
I'm good, just woke up. Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? I woke up pretty early this morning because one of our cats is in heat. The one that's not desexed, thankfully. So I don't know what I would do if, even after getting desexed, Chomp kept going into heat or something. That would be hell. But yes, Smudge has decided that apparently 6:30 AM is well and truly enough time for me to be woken up by her yowling. Just all over the house, yowling, yowling, yowling. The yowling hour. Oh, but you're in Western Australia, so it's only 7 AM for you, isn't it? Because it's 10 AM for me. The yowling hour. Big Squish, follow me. Yes, I've been telling Big Squish all about you, Pinksme, and how I know you both have the same energy. Like, you're both so, like, chatty and friendly, but, like, without being, you know, radio host type. If that makes any sense.
Likewise. Charmed, I'm sure.
You're Madison, right? I think we spoke online already.
just Maddie is fine. Nice to meet you.
It really is nice to meet the two of you. I'm sure you receive a lot of invitations, so I'm glad you were interested in mine.
Are you kidding? Remote village in the middle of a huge forest? There's no way I'd pass that up. I've heard all kinds of stories about the things you'll find in places like this.
Just turned 7 a.m. Yep. So you are up bright and early.
Hopefully not too many, or I won't have anything new for you.
Oh, I'm sure you've got something I'll be interested in.
Tomorrow I can show you around the village. There isn't too much out of the ordinary there, but I'm sure you can find a few things that interest you.
That would be wonderful. We can go sightseeing when Tara isn't off chasing spirits around in the woods.
It's about a half-hour's carriage ride to the cabin if you guys want to head out. Do you need help with your bags at all?
I was up till 1:20 playing Fortnite. It has been ages since I stayed up till 1:20 in the morning. It's even till 1 o'clock in the morning. Other than when I've got like insomnia or something. Just, I'm an old fogey.
Don't even worry about it. I got this.
Okay, cool. This way.
No.
I want to squish my own squash, but I try to have fun and do good. I'm not one to squish my own squash. Oh, you're so corny, Big Squish. Just to repeat that, corny. As in cheesy. And silly.
Way. This is so cool. Is it yours?
It belongs to my family. Given that there aren't any roads through the woods, there isn't really a point to anyone out here owning a car.
Tara, come take a look at this.
Give me a sec. I'm just taking in the view a bit. From a distance.
I get that because our show can be a bit silly too sometimes.
Wait, if this is the only way through the woods, how are we going to get back and forth between the cabin and the village? Don't tell me we'll have our own carriage. Neither of us can drive one.
Oh, I'm going to be driving you. I can take you back and forth and help you navigate the woods. You didn't expect me to just let you wander around a forest in the middle of nowhere without a guide, did you?
Back to work, little Squish. Hang on, see you after 3. Message you need anything. Have a good day at work, Big Squish. I'll try and have this game done by 3 so that when Big Squish comes home it won't kick my internet off. My laptop doesn't like to connect to the internet when Big Squish is home.
You're sure that's not any trouble? I'd hate to.
It's no trouble. I run my own shop. I have a feeling she might.
Trust me, you have no.
Sorry if cutting off their speech in the middle of them talking is annoying. Just let me know if you want me to turn off their voices or if you'd rather I just let their speech parts play until they finish talking out loud. I just don't want to, you know, be sitting there for way longer than I need to listening to them. Unless that's, of course, what people want. In which case, I'm happy to oblige.
So, can you do any tricks in this thing?
You happy, whatever, Pinks? Yeah, you're pretty, laid back, aren't you?
You can navigate through all this with just that little lantern? How can you see landmarks?
Don't worry, I know these woods better than just about anything. Besides,
Is there anything about the town or the people that we should know? Local customs, things to avoid saying, that sort of thing?
there's a curfew at midnight. Also, you're not supposed to go too far into the forest. Most of the villagers tend to be stickler.
So, while we're on our way, could you...
Well, we have a lot of freak weather events. Strange storms that appear and disappear, or are localized to certain parts of the forest in ways that shouldn't be possible.
Right now, I'm still in bed laying back. If I could just stream from my bed, I totally would. Just lie there all day. Nah, you get sick of it after a little while. But still, it'd be nice to be able to just stay in bed for a while. Oh, please forgive my yawns. I do that a lot, apparently.
Sometimes when I walk in the woods, I can see strange lights here and there, like tiny little stars inside the forest. There's also my cat.
Your cat is a supernatural occurrence?
She can talk, so I'd say so.
Your cat can talk? Like, talk the way a human does?
Yes, she's very well spoken, in fact.
It'd be nice if we could have a game or something, but I can't afford to get a computer right now. Yeah, they're pretty
So, we
costly.
can talk to her? She won't mind if I ask her a few questions, right?
Yeah, you're doing really well with the streaming, so you never know. Before long, you'll probably be earning enough money from the streaming to be able to afford a computer.
I was hoping you'd ask. I think you'll be very interested in what she has to say.
So, do you have any ideas about what could be causing it? Something in her diet, maybe.
I don't think so.
Have you been feeding her some kind of special Eisenfeld cat food? Can I try some?
Okay, I think that's enough of that.
You never know, eating magical cat food might turn you into a cat girl. I've got to say, that's pretty appealing. Like, the ability to purr would just be so cute. Yeah, well, like I said, you're well on your way.
So, what kind of things does she talk to you about?
Just about our lives for the most part. I figure you'd be better off hearing it from her rather than me.
I'm sure that'll be...
I'll say, if there's something that paranormal in the village itself, you must have seen way crazier stuff in these woods.
Imagine eating cat food. Well, I'm actually vegetarian, so and cats are obligate carnivores, so I would definitely not eat cat food. Unless it could turn me into a cat girl, then I would consider it. Or give me some other sort of magical powers, but it would have to be a pretty good deal, to be honest.
Well, there's one pretty major thing, but you probably won't believe me.
I wouldn't have come out here if I didn't believe you. Anything you have to say, I want to hear.
Are you sure?
110%. Lay it on me.
The guns.
Well, one of the main reasons I called you out here is I'm not sure if it has a name, but it's some kind of forest spirit.
Got any other plans for today? No, I've just started new meds a couple of days ago, and I'm still kind of experiencing some side effects from that. So I figure I'm going to play this game for as long as I can handle it, or until it's finished, and then I'll probably nap. To be honest, I'm mostly just napping and eating, and a little bit of gaming and watching streams in between. Speaking of streams, there's actually I met a new streamer last night called Joe Schmo. Very cute, and they're playing some spooky games for, you know, the spooky season. I'll just type that name in to the chat there in case you want to check them out, because I don't have like a shout out command, but if you like search them on Twitch, oh hang on, maybe I can put the link in there. Yeah, there we go. So that's one of the new people I've started watching, and right now they're playing Overwatch 2. But they're a very friendly, funny person playing some spooky games this season. So yeah, if they're still streaming once I finish this, I'll probably check them out. But given that they're in America, the time zones are a bit incompatible.
Spirit? Like a ghost or something?
No, something physical. Some sort of massive creature, like the forest came to life.
Is there anything else you can tell me about it? Does it speak or anything? Have you managed to interact with it at all? Is it more kaiju-sized or more basketball player-sized?
I wonder what a
I've
kaiju
only
is.
seen it once, unfortunately, so I don't know too much about it. I've searched for it a number of times since, but without any results. Who knows? Maybe you two will have better luck than I have. That's what you're best at, isn't it?
And what are your plans for today, Pinksme?
In terms of talents, I'd say it's certainly up there.
I knew you'd believe me. Nobody else around here does.
Yeah, I'm not into scary games either, which is why this month my streams are only going to be slightly spooky. Like, you know, this one, it's a romance novel about ghost hunters, so it might get a bit spooky later, but it's not actually going to be scary in theory. Some of the games that Joe Schmo is playing look a little bit scarier than I could handle, but some of them are only like spooky, not actually scary. And when you're watching someone play who's playing with their friends and they're all chatty and talkative, it really takes a lot of the scare out of it, which is a positive thing in my books.
So, how far away would you say we are from the cabin?
We should be coming up on it any minute now. I'll help the two of you get situated and then head back. I'll be happy to tell you more about the spirit tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Great. That's great. I'm exhausted. By any minute now? What exactly did you mean?
Just ahead. See? I started the heater before I left to get you, so it should be warm.
That's what I like to hear. You're like Prometheus.
I'm surprised you know who that is.
Why? I love that movie.
Damn it.
What? What happened?
Why are you here?
I came to greet our guests.
If you're going to have voice acting, the descriptions of the way people talk and the voice acting should match up. Like, she did not just spit the word ow. She didn't say our guests. She said meet our guests. Like, it wasn't wasn't the most accurate description or the most accurate portrayal, one or the other. I like Spooky. I like the movie Hocus Pocus 1 and wanna watch 2 and Ghostbusters but not Scary Lecture. Yes, exactly. I'm a huge scaredy cat, so as a kid Hocus Pocus was a bit too scary for me, but I still love it so much even though it's a little scary, and I really want to watch the second one, but I've determined that I'm gonna wait till I can watch it with my best friend because she really makes me feel safe. So just in case it makes me a little bit scared because of the nostalgia of Hocus Pocus 1, you know?
Which of you is Tara?
That's me.
Welcome to Eisenfeld. My name is Evelyn, the mayor. Who are you?
I'm Maddie. Madison. Tara's manager?
I see.
Are you done yet? They're tired. You can interrogate them later.
We'll speak later.
So she seems nice.
I'm so sorry about that.
Is she your,
Technically.
What? No way! How could you tell?
the family resemblance?
Unfortunate, isn't it? Long story short, I didn't tell her that you were going to be staying here until this morning.
Well, it's no big deal, right? It's not like she runs your life. Right?
Right. We shouldn't get into it right now, though. I'm sure you'd rather sleep tonight.
Yeah, we would.
I'll unlock the door. Your luggage already came in too, so it's inside.
I can't carry all of this on my own, you know.
So, what do you think?
I think I want to go to bed.
Same as ever, then.
You know me.
I got it open.
Hallelujah.
I just like to take a little bit to look at the new environments, especially the houses. I'm really liking this one. It's very brown. Brown's my favorite color for houses. I'm not working right now. I should be looking for a job. Used to work for Willis, did 19 years of them. Had to move to LA, couldn't find a house. Moved back, found a house. Moved a lot of stuff in a few months back. This year's definitely gone fast. Wow, that is a hell of a lot to be doing in 1 year. Yeah. When I worked for Woolworths, I only worked there for about a year when I was a teenager. Everyone in Australia has worked for Woolies at some point in their lives. In fact, at one point, 4 members of my family, including myself, were employed by Woolworths at exactly the same time, in 2 different branches. But it sounds like most of the changes have been more or less positive. The ones you said there, like moving house. Like, they're big changes. Might be a bit scary, might be negative. I'm not sure the exact context of them, but I always find it very exciting to move houses, change jobs, just change everything up a little bit, you know?
Oh my god! Holy shit! This is so cool!
I love Tara, she's adorable.
Isn't this the coolest? It's like staying in a history museum.
That's the kind of thing you'd usually treat like a punishment.
Are you kidding me? I love history. We even did that whole series on the history of cryptids in the American Midwest. And I spent like 3 months on that special about Bigfoot's impact on the Great Depression.
That's one of my favorite episodes. I had never heard of the theory that FDR was a cousin of Sasquatch.
FDR. FDR. Okay, FDR appears to be a person in the Great Depression. Yeah, no idea what that stands for.
To be fair, I don't think FDR did either.
I mean the kind of history that actually happened.
History is doomed to repeat itself, Mads.
These are the bedrooms?
That's right. They're the same size, so there's not much of a difference.
Guess I'll take this one then.
Just your mind immediately jumps to murder. Cool, I like it.
What happened?
A tragedy. Actually, worse, the apocalypse. Check out your phone.
What? I don't have anything.
Exactly. No service out here.
Oh, I got a little message. We have 9 years company. They would look after the people. I didn't get into a store in time, so I got paid out my long service and let go. Yeah, Woolworths doesn't have the best reputation for that sort of thing, which is quite unfortunate because they're one of the biggest employers in Australia, I've got to assume. So it is pretty disappointing. I can't tell if I'm still connected to the internet or not because everything's telling me that it's still trying to connect to chat. So I'm just gonna take this chance to have a break, and when I come back, I'll see if the internet's working or not. And if it is, we'll keep going. If not, I may have to restart the stream.
Oh, we're actually moving. Thank you for the lurk, little squish.
Okay, I'm back. It looks like my Twitch has finally refreshed, so I should be able to see the chat now. Okay, so maybe it just needed a bit of time to work through the issues it was having. So let's keep going. Okay, so they've just arrived in the cabin, found out there's no mobile phone reception.
What about Wi-Fi? I assume we have that, right?
Technically. Let me give you the quick tour. This is the kitchen. There's a stove and an oven. The stove is somewhat picky and doesn't always like to work. Actually, I guess it's the same for the oven.
Don't worry, I don't know how to cook anyway.
Over
Be
here's the
bragging about that.
fireplace. I can show you how to chop firewood sometime if you'd like.
I think I might pass on that one.
This is the couch. You can also sleep on it if you'd like. It doesn't unfold into a bed or anything, but I sometimes come here and sleep on it anyway. The Wi-Fi password is on a note by the phone. So is my phone number, so you can reach me anytime.
Muzza Guts can finally make one of your streams. Whee! Hi, Muzza! How are you? You're not working today. I'm very glad that you could make it. I don't think this game's really your type of thing, but I'm very appreciative of you coming by anyway. Start work at 1:30. Okay. So you're doing afternoon shift. That's cool. That's cool. Cool, 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 cool.
Do you have any questions?
I think we're good. Thanks for all your help tonight, Morgan.
It was my pleasure. Again, I can't thank you enough for coming all the way out here.
I'm good, otherwise hope you're the same. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Sorry for everyone else who's heard this 1,000 times, but I've just started new medication, so a little bit under the weather. It would take probably about a week for the initial side effects to go away or settle down. But yeah, doing pretty well. Other than that, trying to get into the spookier games. And by spooky games, I mean a romantic novel about ghost hunters. About very gay ghost hunters. They're so cute. I love them.
I'll be sure to make it worth your time.
I'm sure. Can't wait to get started.
Me either. But I should probably be going for tonight. I've kept you up long enough as it is.
Night, Morgan. Thanks again.
Good night. I'm gonna go to bed too.
Yeah, same. All right, see you in the morning then?
Yeah, night.
Oh, I hate sleeping next to windows. They creep me out. Oh, by the way, this Morgan character has a talking cat, and I cannot wait to find out what that's about. Oh my god. I would just be getting back on that train. There is no excuse to be going outside someone's window and knocking on it when you know they're trying to sleep and they've come out here to hunt ghosts. I dislike Morgan a little more now.
Yes?
Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Please be ready to go by 8 and I'll come pick you up. Is that okay? We could make it 8:30, but no later.
No, 8 is fine. Is that all?
That's right. Have a good night.
Oh, I just noticed I turned up to 30 followers. Yay! That's so cool.
Sorry if I disturbed you.
Thanks, Mother. Oh, okay. This is different setup than I expected. 8 hours, 34 minutes, and the function.
And here we are.
Here we are indeed. Okay, this rules.
It is an adorable little town. I love cobblestone roads. The best thing about Melbourne was going into all the kind of outer suburbs, and you'd go into these back alleyways and there'd just be cobblestone. Just old cobblestone. Living in Australia, you don't get many old buildings because, well, I mean, the oldest possible building would be, what, 220 years old? Because that's when the white settlers came. So I would love to see a building older than 200 years at some point. Definitely got to go to Europe at someday when I'm rich.
We're certainly a long way from home.
The town square is right down this road, but if I take you there, I won't be able to turn the carriage around. It's always a pain when that happens. I'm going to open up my shop, but feel free to come by whenever you'd like. I'm sorry I can't show you around right now, but I'll make it up to you later.
Where's your shop?
Oh, right.
Cool. Thanks.
Feel free to stop by around lunch. I'll make you both some.
Hell yeah! You're the best, Morgan.
Thanks.
Well, that couldn't have gone worse.
There are a million ways that could have gone worse. If people looking at us funny is the only downside of this trip, then it'll be our best episode yet. I mean, ever. Okay, ready to get your paranormal on, Mads?
I suppose there's no harm in spending a little time establishing the location. Might as well get some B-roll while we're here.
Get anything cool?
Not really. There's not much to see here.
Yeah, it's kinda less impressive up close.
It's the kind of place that you'd expect a tumbleweed to blow through.
Wow, you're turning into quite the poet.
Oh, shut up.
What? It was a compliment. Anyway, since filming the village is a dud right now, we should follow up one of the rumors Morgan was talking about the other night. I'm thinking giant tree spirit.
Oh, come on. How is the talking cat not your first priority? I want to see this talking cat.
That's the most interesting one she talked about for sure. That's the headliner.
The cat. The cat is more interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely. Picture this. We head to the woods to get some creepy shots. Do it right around sundown. Make it super ambient. Lots of atmosphere, wind sounds, maybe a wolf howl. You've got a good wolf sound effect we could use, right?
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, I do a narration over all that, introducing where we are and what we're out here looking for. Then we get a sound of a big branch snapping, and just cut the video right there.
So, end the video on a cliffhanger?
Yeah, I think so. We can definitely stretch the Eisenfeld stuff into a mini-series or something. We should be able to get at least 3 episodes worth of stuff out here.
That sounds fine. A snapping branch is a pretty weak way to end it, though. Especially since, like, we uploaded the video. No one's going to wonder if we're okay or not.
Oh, that's true. So you think maybe we just make one long vid? Or end it differently?
Maybe a different ending. I'll think of something later.
Cool. You're the best, Mads.
We can also follow up on some of the smaller rumors. Like, in her email, she mentioned mysterious lights out in the forest.
Like a will-o-wisp? Aren't those...
You're the expert. You should know that, not me. Yes, they're real, but it's just swamp gas. It doesn't matter, though, because we need to wait for nighttime for that stuff. It's not very spooky during the daytime.
In that case, we definitely want to talk to the locals. See what kind of rumors they've heard of. That kind of thing.
Right, that's definitely the smart thing to do.
Or we could get some more establishing shots from other parts of the village.
I like that idea.
Is it just me, or is there kind of a creepy serial killer vibe going on here?
Oh my god, can you not?
Hey, I'm just kidding. Just trying to lighten the mood a bit. Oktoberfest kind? Do you think they have those here?
This isn't a Renaissance fair, Tara. I'm pretty sure they just wear normal clothes to work.
Wait, what? Back up. Ren fairs have sexy barmaids?
Where else did you think they come from?
I have no idea. I always thought those things were just full of boring stuff.
What? Not at all. They have swordplay demonstrations or time period appropriate foods. Some local experts will give talks or lectures on certain topics, and
Like I said, boring stuff.
whatever. There's more to it than just cosplay. I bet you'd actually like it if you went with me next time. Plus, I thought you loved history now.
Not the boring kind of history, duh.
How are swords boring?
Whatever, Mads.
Actually, you know what? It is a bit funny that they don't have any cars, but they have footpaths and roads. I don't know. I guess maybe they used to have a lot of horse-drawn carriages or whatever.
I think I have enough of the town now. Do you want to start interrogating the villagers?
Interviewing. Time to put my game face on.
As long as it's a game face that people want to talk to.
Mads, when have I ever been anything but charming? Yeah, I know. I'll keep it chill for these so we don't freak anyone out. But, like, how do we do this?
I guess. I don't have any better ideas. You good?
Yeah, I am. Just give me a sec, okay?
Okay.
Sup?
What are you waiting for? We've passed like a dozen people now.
Right? But none of them are the right one.
Which one is the right one?
You know it's impossible to tell. I'll know when I see them. Oh, okay, here we go. Get ready. Hi there, my name's Tara Brick. My friend Maddie and I are visiting from out of town doing a report on Eisenfeld. I was wondering if we could ask you a few questions.
Report? What kind of report?
It's an investigation on the supernatural. Rumors, ghost stories, that sort of thing. We've heard a lot of legends about Eisenfeld, and we're looking into them, trying to figure out what's true and what isn't.
Figure out the truth, huh? Well, alright. I suppose I've got the time.
Great, thank you. So, can you tell me about Eisenfeld? Just what is life like here? On an average day? That sort.
Right, well, it's a good little town. Good and proper. Quiet. Real quiet. None of that city business. No noise and bustle. Out here, it's just you and nature.
So you're from around here then? Spent your life in Eisenfeld?
Born and raised, and God willing, I'll die out here too. Never thought about leaving?
Great, great. So then I'd imagine you know all about any local legends, right?
About as well as anyone. Any old village has got stories. If you believe them all, there's goblins in the woods, trolls in the mountains, and who knows what else elsewhere. Of course, it's only children who believe in those.
So you've never seen anything weird yourself? Nothing unexplainable?
Weird like what?
One of our friends here mentioned something about a big forest spirit.
What friend of yours might that be?
She's from around here. One of the locals.
I'll bet it was the Fisher child, wasn't it? If you know what's best for you, you'll steer clear of her. Nothing but trouble comes from that one.
Why do you say that?
There are some questions you ought not be asking, miss.
Hey, Pinksme. And welcome back.
That was something.
That's putting it nicely.
You get it all?
Yeah, I don't really know what happened with my my stream. Just kind of wouldn't let me see the messages and things.
Of course. All 2 uncomfortable minutes.
I wasn't given a lot to work with there. Well, we already knew we need to talk to a few different people. Just got unlucky on the first one. Know what I mean? Still need another minute? Hello, Earth to Maddie!
I'm thinking.
Look, we knew Morgan was a bit weird. All of our fans are weird. That's why they're our fans. In a tiny little town like this, of course anyone who's different is gonna have a reputation. That doesn't make Morgan a bad person.
I'm not saying she's a bad person. I didn't say anything. But if you had to ask, I'm sitting here thinking that it's really freaking shady that a guy just guessed we were here with Morgan, and then that he up and left as soon as he found out. That's not normal. That's not something that's happened to us before.
Great! That means we're on the right track. If they're hiding something, then that means there's something to hide.
Have you completely lost your mind?
Maybe just pinks or with a Z, it's fine. Okay, I'll try and keep that in mind, pinks.
It's only been a couple hours, Mads. He's just one old cranky geezer. Please, please just try to have some patience on this one, okay?
Sorry, I'm still tired.
It's okay.
Just these people just calling me just pinks, that's all. That's fair. That's fair. I try and call people by their entire screen name because you never know which part of it is their preferred part, you know? Like, I'm Little Squish Gaming, and if people just call me Squish, I'm like, well, that makes me think of Big Squish because his real life nickname is Squish. So I prefer people call me Little Squish. So, yeah. Thanks for letting me know what you prefer to be called, or what you're used to being called. I get it.
You wanna find somebody else?
Guess we oughta.
about them.
Worth a try. Excuse me. Excuse me, hey there.
Hello.
Hey, so my friend and I are here from out of town.
We know.
We're filming a documentary sort of thing about Eisenfeld, and I was wondering if I could ask you some questions.
Eisenfeld? Why here? What about it?
Well, we're doing a video about any sort of rumors or local legends that you might have out here.
I don't think there's anything like that out here.
Not a single one. When you were kids, your parents didn't tell you stories about things that lived in the forest? You've never been out late at night and seen something you can't explain?
We're not allowed out late at night.
Right. There's a curfew.
Ooh, a curfew.
Do either of you know a girl named Morgan? She's the mayor's daughter.
Oh, I'm pretty sure everyone knows her. Some of us better than others.
What's she like? Why is she so famous?
She isn't that bad. She's just...
She's trouble and you know it. Staying out after hours, sneaking around town, she spends a lot of time out in the woods too. Sometimes overnight. What do you think she's doing out there?
Year's been pretty full on for me, but I'm glad we finally have a house with some really awesome people in the world. It's crazy how time zones work. Yeah, I never used to really pay much attention to time zones, but as soon as you start getting into Twitch, you suddenly have to know everything about your time zone compared to others. Like, I didn't even realize that Western Australia and the eastern coast of Australia were 3 hours apart. I thought it was more like maybe 1 hour.
Do you think there's something out there?
Something like what?
No idea. Like I said,
I don't think you'll find anything like that here. I'm sorry, but...
Right.
Time zones be crazy.
Really, you think? Was it just a coincidence that these two other random people we met happened to have the same opinion of Morgan as the first? She didn't tell her mom, the mayor of the whole town, that we're going to be staying in a cabin that her mother probably owns for a month. She rambles off stuff that makes any one of our videos look like an episode of Scooby-Doo, and then the next morning just dumps us off in the middle of the village. We haven't even been here for a day yet. We've seen our host for like an hour tops. How am I supposed to have a good opinion of her so far?
well, yeah, she's gotta work. Come on, Mads, have a little faith. What's the worst that can happen? Lee turns out to be nothing like the other 200 times before. Some girls gossip about us. An old bum tells us to get lost.
207. And the worst part is that the whole town hates us while we're stuck here after spending thousands of dollars to cross the world. To live in a wood cabin with no phone service and barely any internet.
Stop your bitching.
A month. You've got to see the problem here, Tara.
Okay, so what? What is it that you want me to do? We're here and you hate it. I get it. So what's the solution? What is it you're hoping for here? Like I said before, let's just deal with it. Make the best of it we can, and try to have some fun. That was the whole point of this thing. It was supposed to be fun.
Whatever. Let's just get this over with. And this time, don't mention Morgan. If nobody here likes her, then you're probably better off not bringing her up.
Okay.
Tara. Sorry. Again.
I get it, Mads. We're cool.
are you? You aren't from around here?
Looks like we found number 3. Good morning, ma'am. You're right. We're not. I'm Tara, and this is Maddie. We're here doing a research documentary on Eisenfeld. Would you mind if we asked you a couple questions?
About?
Some of the local legends and rumors from around here.
Yeah, alright.
Great, thank you. So, we've been hearing a lot about stuff out in the woods, like...
You are? Who told you that?
We've been interviewing a few people this morning, and it's something that came up a few times. Stuff like lights, strange noises, that kind of thing. Have you ever witnessed anything like that?
Never. Look, I'm going to tell you this now for your own good. No one around here wants any trouble. We all just want to live our lives in peace. That's what Eisenfeld's all about. Mayor Fisher does a damn good job keeping things nice and orderly around here. We keep to ourselves, and I expect the two of you to do the same.
Thanks for your time! Bitch. So now what?
Now... I don't know.
Wait, for real? You want to go see Morgan?
Yeah, through our difference in I'm gonna go get up, have breakfast. Always a lot of time chatting with you. Hope the rest of your day and stream goes good too. Thank you, Pinks. I hope you have a nice breakfast and a lovely day as well.
Mostly I want to go see what Morgan makes for lunch.
I'll take it. But hey, can you like...
I'll be cool. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. What kind of shop does Morgan run?
I think she said it's an antique shop.
What do those places even sell?
Antiques. Lots of furniture that's been around for decades.
That's oddly specific.
My mom's into antiquing. She always says, you never know what you'll find.
We should do an antique episode of Paranormal someday. We can...
I'm sure she'd love that.
Do you think Morgan sells anything really out there?
Who would want to buy those kinds of things?
The same people who go to Ren fairs. Come on, Mads. Every good horror story starts out with buying something fishy from the local antique store. Maybe she has a special section for items with an ancient prophecy about them.
Yeah, I'd definitely check out a local antique store that has a special section for cursed and pathetic items.
We're trying to avoid the horror story scenarios, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, what if she lets us interview her talking cat instead?
The internet loves cat videos. That one could go viral.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, we should prep a list of questions for it before we get there.
Ask it which brand of cat food tastes best. We can sell the video rights to that company.
Come on, I'm serious.
Wait, what?
What?
You seriously think that cat is going to talk?
I'm just trying to be prepared.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you have been told that there's a talking cat and you go to meet the talking cat and the cat talks, it'd be pretty damn rude for you to be like, oh, I wasn't expecting you to talk. So I didn't prepare any questions. Like, is that really the impression you want to make on a talking cat? I don't think so.
Do you think this is the place?
It has to be. Go check.
What? Check what?
Like, go check if it's her place or not.
Absolutely not. I'm not going to just potentially walk into someone's home.
What's the big deal if it's not her place?
No way. Trespassing is your thing.
Hey, you two.
Ready to uncover some ancient treasures?
Lead on, Indiana.
you done looking around town?
I've seen enough for today. Can we still take you up on that lunch offer?
Sure thing. I've got something on the stove already.
Stove? Your store has a kitchen?
Yeah. I have a living space set up in the back since I sleep here most of the time.
Dust, terrible antique shop. True, but this chick is the one who goes out into a cabin in the middle of the woods just to sleep on the couch in it. Has a talking cat, drives a horse-drawn carriage around town, and yeah, she's just generally a little bit creepy, which I'm liking, but yeah. I don't imagine she'd spend much time or energy dusting.
Feel free to look around. I'll be back.
Also, there's absolutely no point having an antique shop in a village that small, because basically it's like, who's going to come here and be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to buy that, chair that my grandmother used to have. Thanks for storing it for me. She has 2 lungs full of dust.
At least one of these is probably cursed.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's probably the grandfather clock over there.
No way, that's too easy. And even if it is cursed, it's probably something lame like making your toe hair grow twice as fast. But this, well...
I don't know why this particular song is so much louder than the others.
This is the big leagues. You want a curse that's gonna last for generations? You use this bad boy.
These little piggies. Okay, that's a pretty creepy fairy tale to have a lamp based on. Well, not fairy tale, what is it, a rhyme?
Hey, you think Morgan would mind if I brought my Ouija board in here? I wonder how that works, actually. Like, if you bring 2 cursed objects to the same place, do the evil spirits get into a turf war? Or do they team up to defeat humanity?
Did you seriously bring the Ouija board again?
That Ouija board has been on every single trip with us. Besides, it fits in my suitcase.
Okay, that little snake statue is definitely the cursed item in this shop. Because it's always the one that's seems fairly safe, but then for some reason you're just drawn to it,
Okay, food's ready.
Oh, I'm getting really hungry. It's almost lunchtime.
This is really, really good.
Ah! This is amazing!
What if the dust is the cursed item? The cursed being that you can never clean it. You know what? I'm just going to say that about my house. Yep, the dust is cursed and can never be cleaned, so that's why I never dust. It's pointless. For sure.
Thanks. Let me know if you want more.
Although I do have one of those paintings of, like, the very tiny child with the giant eyes and looks like it's haunted. So maybe I have more than a couple of cursed items in my house. My place isn't dusty, it's cursed. God, this Maddie character is such a bitch. Like, why would you go out to a cabin in a forest in the middle of nowhere, spending all that money to go there, and then just fucking be a bitch when there's creepy stuff happening? Like, you came out here for creepy stuff. So, cool your fucking jets.
done?
Yeah, thanks.
Honestly, I'm feeling like a lot of the things about Morgan can completely describe me as well.
I'm done too. Thank you.
Let me get these out of the way then.
Except, of course, my soup would be delicious. Delicious vegetable soup that no one else in the world likes except for me and my family. Everyone else who's eaten my soup is like, yeah, it's nice. Except for Owen. Owen was like, there's so much onion in this. So I use like 3 types of onion. But yeah. What I wouldn't give for nice soup and fresh homemade bread. Oh, heaven.
So, what are your plans for the rest of the day?
We're still figuring that out.
Oh, right. I'm sorry about that.
You sure? We don't want you to miss out on any business or anything.
No, I don't think that I've made soup for you, Mother. Which is not surprising since your house is really warm. So, like, whenever I'm over at your house, I'm just like, oh, this is nice and warm, and it doesn't make me think about, you know, soup. Because I always want soup when I'm really, really cold. And, yeah, you haven't really been around my house all that much for meals. But, you know, if I ever make soup and you're in the area, I will definitely offer for you to try it. Even though you most likely won't like it, since not many other people like it, but nice to try new things.
There aren't that many customers who come through. You're the first ones all week, and you don't even count.
That's too bad. You've got a lot of cool stuff.
I wouldn't get too excited. I just make up interesting stories for the items so they sound more entertaining.
Right. So, can we see the talking cat?
Of course. I'm sure she'd be happy to finally meet you. I'll go get her. Just give me 1 minute.
I bet it's gonna be like a stuffed cat or something. Something just extra creepy.
We probably could have gotten out of here without seeing the cat, you know.
Why wouldn't you want to see the talking cat? Even if you don't believe it talks, like, come on. I think the real question is, why on earth was Maddie ever involved in a paranormal show?
Why would I want to do that? This is the pizza resistance.
Are you serious? Still? You know it's not going to actually talk, right?
Did you see her face? She's definitely not joking.
That would be the most normal thing about her so far. She just told you flat out that she makes up stories and tries to get other people to believe her.
Come on, Mads. Try to have at least a little bit of faith.
Little kitty feet. It's a Fluffy.
Oh my god! I love her! I love her so much! Can I pet her? Please tell me I can pet her.
Sheladora, can she pet you? Go on, say something. These are the 2 I've been telling you about. Tara, Maddie. Come on. You're going to make me look like an idiot if you don't say something.
Yes, the classic talking animal is too shy to talk in front of people. Or too stubborn.
Come on, Jailadora, they're waiting. I'm sorry. I don't know why she's being so stubborn.
Oh, well, you know how cats are.
She talks to me all the time. I told her you two are trustworthy. That should be enough.
It's fine. I'm sure she's just shy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she just met us. We've got plenty of time for her to warm up to us, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly. We should probably just give her some space for now and try again later. Maybe in a few days.
I guess you're right. Still, I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, thanks for lunch, Morgan.
We, have a couple more places we want to check out today.
Okay. Come back here when you want to ride back to the cabin.
Right, sure. Thanks so much. Alright, so I'll admit that was kind of awkward for everyone involved.
Great, I'm glad you can admit it. That doesn't help us any.
Next time we see her, we just won't bring up the cat. Hopefully she won't either. We can just pretend it didn't happen.
Next time? What do you think is going to happen next time? That she was saving the good cryptids for the second time we hang out?
We can ask her about the spirit or the lights. We get some spooky shots of the woods and we're golden. We are pros at making that kind of content interesting.
Usually we have at least something to work with. There is no dark side to this sleepy, boring mountain town. It's just a boring mountain town and I don't get how you aren't as upset about this as I am. We just spent thousands of dollars to fly across the whole world for a month.
Oh, stop your fucking whining. You spent thousands of dollars to fly across the world for a month, knowing that you were going to a place where chances are there was no fucking supernatural activity because you said that so many times. So why the hell are you complaining about something that you went into with full knowledge of what it was going to be like?
And the person who invited us out here is either a liar or a lunatic.
It's only been a day, Mads. We've only seen a fraction of what there is to see around here.
It's been a day, and look where that got us already. Literally every single person we talked to told us to stay away from Morgan. How are you not pissed off?
Don't you think you're being a bit harsh on Morgan? She's been super cool with us. Like, okay, yeah, the cat thing was weird, but it's not like she tried to hurt us or anything.
Okay, you're right. Maybe she's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the cabin.
Wait, already?
Yeah, I've got enough to get started.
Oh, okay. You gonna ask Morgan to hitch up the carriage?
No, it's fine. I'll walk.
You sure?
Yeah, I seriously don't think I could get lost in this place anymore.
Okay, I'll probably do another lap around the village. Maybe get Morgan's input on some stuff.
Okay, see you later then.
See ya.
They just split the party dead. No, in a romance novel, usually when you in a supernatural romance novel, as soon as you split the party, that means one of you is going to meet a sexy ghost. because, of course, with Supernatural, only one person can meet the ghost at a time. Because, you know, if both of them go there, then one of them sees a ghost, the other doesn't, and they're like, oh my god, it's a ghost. But, you know, you send one of them out first, they see the ghost, they get talking, they don't realize it's a ghost, they get friendly, and then the other person comes along, is like, oh yeah, tell me about this new friend you met. And then she's like, oh, she's right over here. She's like, what? There's no one there. Ooh. Like, you got that trope. Oh, hey, Muzz, did you know? So you know the game Dead by Daylight? Did you know there is a dating sim based on it? It looks hilarious, where you get to date the killers, and they're like sexified versions. You do know about it? Hmm. Well, in that one, you can get romance and death at the same time. Yeah, I saw someone playing it and I was like, I've definitely decided, I'm really hoping my friends are not watching this stream, but I've decided to get it for one of my friends for Christmas. And I've been thinking about whether to get it for myself or not. It's going to be the mayor. Or a Sasquatch. One or the other. Oh no, it's her mother. Who could have guessed?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Madison, wasn't it?
Okay, Evelyn's voice is pretty loud, so we'll bring her back down.
That's right.
I'm coming in.
How can
I wanted to make good on our promise from last night to talk. How has your first day in Eisenfeld been?
It was fine. Everyone's been very kind to us.
Good, good. Where's the other one?
The other... what?
The other one with you, Tara.
Oh, she's still at Morgan's shop, I think.
Is she now? I assume then that you found something not to your liking there.
It was fine. I just wanted to come back early so I could take a nap and get started editing the footage we took.
I see, I see. Did she show you that awful cat?
It's such a pretty cat.
Dora.
Yes, so she did. I hate that creature. Ugh, always underfoot, getting in the way. Anyway, please tell me about yourself. And what brought you to Eisenfeld?
Morgan told us that there are a lot of ghost stories and legends around here. Lights in the forest at night and whatnot. Tara really liked the sound of a vacation out here.
That daughter of mine, it's been the same her entire life. Hysterically dragging people into her fantasies. That's something I've never... I'm sorry to say that, well, you're simply the most recent victims of her lies. It's a pity, but you won't be finding anything like that out here. Besides, it's dangerous to go into the forest, especially at night. After all, that's why we have the rules that we do. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of your time here in Eisenfeld, though, as disappointing as it might be.
I really don't get how they're just overlooking the fact that an entire town has a curfew. Like, surely Tara should have jumped on that and been like, ooh, secrets, spooky, because it's not normal for an entire town to have a curfew. It is normal for an entire town to not go into the forest at night, but to actually have a curfew in place, like, your local government doesn't let people outside their houses at night?
I'm sure I'll see you again.
These giant spaces after the apostrophes really make it a lot harder to read. I hope I'm not reading too fast for people, but I mean, I guess you can always just pause it until you finish reading it if I've gone a little too fast.
Hey,
Hey.
Well, if I was in charge, there would be a very strict curfew. Nobody out of their houses ever, unless permitted to with a permit. And I guess the only way for them to get a permit would be to leave their house and go down to the court office or something.
how'd it go?
You could buy stocks in whatever company did deliveries to people's houses. Get plenty of money that way. You can get one by fax. That sounds almost reasonable.
About the same.
Is that good or bad? Morgan's mom came by earlier.
Really? What for?
Just wanted to introduce herself. I told her a bit about who we are.
What did she think?
I don't know. She didn't really say much, like in a different way than Morgan. She seemed really intense.
Message
I
pigeon
guess.
as well, because those birds are cool. Well, you got a lot of pigeons around anyway. May as well make use of them.
I know you're gonna call BS, but Morgan was telling me a lot of stuff about her mom. Like,
I'll take your word for it.
figured. Make any progress with the new vid?
Not really. We're gonna need more footage before there's enough to really get started.
That mean you're coming with us from now on, or what?
Yeah, I will.
Don't sweat it.
Finger guns. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is a romance novel. As in, like, 100% sure, because it was recommended to me by Yuri Gaming. But it's done from her perspective, which implies that she's going to be dating someone. But I can't stand her. She deserves to be alone. I just screw her. She deserves to be happy. She's adorable. Got a good attitude. This one over here is just a fucking whiny bitch. I'm speaking a little more harshly than I actually feel. I know my humor may not come through to everyone, but I promise I'm not actually.
Just make sure to bring your A game.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna hit the hay soon. What about you?
I'll probably watch a film first. I'm not that tired yet.
How many times can you watch 2001 without getting sick of it?
I don't know, but I intend to find out.
A little bit weird when there's absolutely no music. Okay, I didn't hear any knocking. Okay, my immediate thought would be it's probably that chick from the village who knocked on my window last night. Oh, look, it's the crazy chick from last night. She's going to date the cat, calling it now. Well, I wouldn't be too shocked if the cat was actually like a person or a spirit in disguise. And if so, then it's very possible that she's a dating option. We'll find out one way or the other. Okay, I'm actually going to take a quick break to set up some lunch for myself because I'm just getting too hungry to concentrate. I'm also going to have a look at how far through the game I am. The achievements should say how many chapters there are. Okay. So either I haven't begun any of the chapters or this game's achievements don't unlock until you finish the game, shut it down, because there's an achievement for beginning chapter 1 and I have not unlocked that. There are 6 chapters in total. So I think we're in chapter 2, judging from the images with these achievements. So we've still got a hell of a long time to go if we've got like an hour or 2 per chapter. Yep, but I'm just going to set up some lunch and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and I've got some lunch, so I'm going to mute myself while I eat, but I just realized I haven't actually saved this game yet. So I'd better save or I'll end up having to do another 2 hours of it. So I'm still here. Feel free to chat and I'll just unmute myself to talk. Otherwise, I'll just stay muted while I eat. Okay, let's get back into it.
You have a minute?
You couldn't knock?
I did.
Okay, I guess I have a minute. But if you're going to come in and talk, please use the door.
Of course. I'm not going. Sorry to bother you. I know it's late.
It's fine. I was still awake.
Were you working on the video?
Nah, just watching a film before bed. Can't do much.
Does Tara help with the video work at all?
Not really. I've tried to teach her stuff once or twice, but she's...
That sounds like her.
Yeah.
Tara told me that you're leaving the show after this trip. Sorry, was it supposed to be a secret?
Nah, it's fine. But yeah, that's the idea. I'll go back and finish school.
I see. That's a shame. I know you hate when it happens, but I've always enjoyed the moments where you're on camera.
Thanks. I'm just camera shy. Ironic, I know.
But I guess that's why things seemed a bit tense between the two of you, right? Actually, sorry.
You're fine. It's that obvious, huh?
A bit. You seem tense whenever I see you. That's actually the main reason I came by. I came by to say that I'm sorry. I know that you're also uncomfortable around me. It's okay. You don't have to spare my feelings. I guarantee I've been called worse than whatever it is you're thinking. It's just that I'd sleep better tonight if I cleared the air between us first.
I mean, it's nothing like that. Nothing personal, really. I'm just a cynic, I guess. If it makes you feel any better, I'm the same way for pretty much every episode.
I can't blame you for thinking I'm crazy or full of shit. But
It's fine. I'm always the skeptical one out of the two of us, after all. There's just a lot going on, like you heard. So I'm sort of a mess all around right now. It's not your fault. At least not entirely. To be perfectly honest, you weren't really what we were expecting either.
really?
Yeah, we were prepared for someone super fangirly and like all over Tara. Like annoyingly so.
Not me.
Right. Even in your email, you seemed a bit more...
More energetic?
Pretty much.
That makes sense. I wasn't trying to trick the two of you or anything. It's just easier to be open like that online, I guess.
I'm a bit like that. Like, when I'm talking via text, I'm always putting smiley faces and lols in there just to kind of convey the tone a bit more, I guess. I know that these days the young kids have tone tags, but yeah, if you don't put in smiley faces and things, it could sound like you're not as interested, or, you know, whatever. Whereas in person, I don't actually laugh and smile all that much. Yeah, those whippersnappers with their tone tags and their, I don't know, short hair, I guess. It's not the long hair on the boys anymore, it's the short hair on the everyone's. And their moustaches, their big shapely moustaches that they put waxes. You know, they do all the fancy shaping. Totally not anyone here. Those things are cool. Yeah. They're fun. Well, they seem fun, I should say.
I understand.
I know that you don't know me, and that so far, I haven't given you any real reason to trust me or believe me.
Actually, come to think of it, I've got the short hair, you've got the fancy moustache. I guess we are young after all, Mother.
I hope that you'll at least give it a chance. Paranormal is really important to me. I've been a fan for years. But I'm not the type of person who would invite you to the middle of nowhere just to meet Tara. I invited you out here for a reason, but I understand that you'll need more proof than that.
Thank you for telling me all this, though. I really do appreciate it. And I'm sorry for being so dismissive.
My moustache is not fancy, it's unkempt. Well, it's fancier than mine.
It'd be nice to be wrong for once. So, I hope that we do find all that stuff you talked about. I really do.
Tomorrow night, I was going to show Tara around the woods a bit. Would you like to come along?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Cool. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I'll get out of your hair now so you can get some rest.
You know, this is really reminding me of a Christmas movie I watched last year. I think it was called Elves. And I forget which country it was set in, but one of the snowy countries, you know. And this family came to stay there for the winter, and all the townsfolk were like, "Oh, what are you doing going out in the forest? Oh, we're spooky. Oh." And then, of course, you know, the visiting family decides to fuck everything up, get half the town killed, and then fucking get away safe. And like, the only people in that movie who survived were the ones that should have died, the ones who deserved to die because they started all that shit. Like, if you're gonna start a horror movie, put it into action, then you deserve to be one of the victims.
Thank you for listening. I appreciate it too. But just so you know, I'll prove you wrong.
think this is supposed to be the place.
Maybe we're early.
Maybe we should just go back. Ah!
Are you okay?
Short term? Yeah, but I think I just lost 10 years. What about you, Mads?
I'm fine. What on earth were you doing?
Me? I was waiting for you.
Where? Didn't you hear us?
Just over there. Sorry, I had headphones in and missed you.
You were just standing in the dark? In a forest? Wearing headphones?
Yes? Why?
You just spooked us is all, no worries. Anyway, it's all good. What now?
I thought we could walk around a little. It might help.
Sure, lead on. Are we going somewhere in particular?
Not really. I doubt you want to go too far this late at night, right?
Right.
That's fine. We'll stick to the edge then.
Okay, why on earth would you go out into the forest at night and only bring one flashlight? You should have at least one per person, and probably an extra spare, because of course the batteries are going to go out. Exactly, Muzzer. Why wouldn't you bring both? That makes no sense. Especially since they're already freaked out when they're inside the cabin. Like, these girls... Ooh. Prime horror movie fodder.
So, did you learn anything useful today?
Honestly, if this was more of a horror game, then yeah, I'd assume dead and probably gonna come back later on in the game as like zombies or ghosts or whatever. Because it's a little too early and there aren't enough characters to just have one die off completely and not return. But it is a romance game, I'm pretty sure. I'm getting less certain as time goes by.
Not really. We went around town some, but...
But most people didn't really want to talk.
yeah.
How'd you know?
That's how it is around here.
I was kinda surprised by that. Figured with how out of the way it is here that we might have been, I don't know.
Treated like celebrities?
Hey now, don't project. But something like that.
It's more like they isolate themselves by choice. We have internet and TV. It's just that lots of people choose not to use them. I'm guessing they probably had some not so nice things to say about me too, right? It's okay. I'm used to it. You don't have to pretend. Hey, you two don't need another assistant back where you live or anything, right?
But there's literally a job opening.
Something wrong?
Oh no, Maddie,
Oh. I got lost out in this part of the forest once. Don't worry, though. I know my way around now.
Yeah, they mentioned something about that.
I thought they might. It's too bad it looks like it's going to snow tonight. We probably shouldn't stay out too late.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I'm sorry this was so disappointing.
What exactly were you expecting? It's the middle of the night.
Come on, Mads, it's about the atmosphere.
I know, that's half the problem.
We can turn back now if you'd like.
Nah, let's give it a couple more minutes. You came out all this way for us after all.
Whatever. What now?
I saw something.
You did?
Tara, stop messing around. Let's...
No, I mean it. I saw something. There was a light.
Someone else walking around?
There shouldn't be anyone out at this time of night. It's dangerous to be in the woods once it gets late.
It was probably moonlight or something.
It wasn't the moon, Maddie. There's something out there.
Tara?
Maddie. This is what we're here for. Come on.
Don't just run into the forest at night. That's how you get lost. Because you just run off not paying attention to where you came from. And it's just about to snow as well, so you won't find your footprints to get back. Oh, you idiots. How is it a forest if you can run in a straight line? So they didn't bring a flashlight, and I'm assuming they didn't bring a camera either, so the whole thing is pointless. Yeah. I'm not really sure where they're going with this, because surely if they were out looking for things, and like, even Tara keeps talking about the atmosphere, but it's pointless to find atmosphere for your YouTube show without a camera to capture the atmosphere.
There it is! Hey, wait up!
Are you alright?
Nope, Tara's dead.
Are you sure?
I'm fine.
You guys give up too easily.
How are you not dead? I haven't seen you run in years.
That's 'cause you never hit the gym with me.
Yet again, I'm going to point out how much I like Morgan's outfit. I mean, okay, it should be less fitted around the waist, but I love the baggy, oversized jumpers, just like leggings underneath, a little turtleneck sweater. I wish I could wear turtlenecks, but I can't. They make me uncomfortable. But she definitely has the cutest little character design. I'm just glad that she's not the blonde one. I'm not really into blondes.
So, what was that thing? Do you think it was your forest spirit?
You believe me?
I'm considering it at least. I mean, what else could it have been?
Any number of things, including a star or a distant lighthouse.
Fairies. forest spirit doesn't really make a light like that. At least, not that I'm aware of.
Right, that makes sense. Doesn't it, Mads?
It was probably someone from the village.
Okay, if it always seems to be keeping a precise distance from you, that probably means it's in one single spot, very far away, and you just think you're getting. Well, I mean, technically you're getting closer. You know what I mean? You think that you're gaining on it, but you're not. And you don't think you're getting. Maybe these people have never lived in a place without hills. Because I grew up in a town that didn't have any hills. And it's very. It does feel unnatural when you can see a light in the distance, so you head towards it and you just don't seem to be getting any closer. It still seems to be the same distance away. When in reality, you are getting closer, but it's just so far away. And there's no hills or anything in between. So you just see it, and it looks closer than it is.
But it was definitely strange.
Looks with more pride than a rainbow flag.
Hey, holy shit! That's practically canon in Maddie terms.
Two strange things. What was the other strange thing? I don't think she's talking about the tree that she saw moving when she was on the train.
It was strange. That's as much as I'll.
Oh, guess it's past your bedtime, huh?
We should begin heading back anyway. We can't go much further in before I'd be lost too.
You still know where we are?
Yes, of course. We'd be in trouble if not.
Ta-da! Just like I said, if you go running in a forest, you're gonna lose track of where you came from. You don't run in a forest unless you're being, like, you're about to be killed.
I'll show you around more tomorrow. There's something you might like to see.
Yeah? What is it?
A surprise. We'll go to...
Does it have to do with whatever that light was?
I have no idea. It's possible.
Story of my life. Okay, well, we'll call it quits for tonight and pick back up tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess.
That's fine by me.
Great! Guess you ought to lead the way. Guess you're not staying up late.
I'm out like a light this.
Right. Heck, chasing after that thing. I appreciate you playing along.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Night.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Work was a little busy tonight.
No worries.
Why would anyone shop there? Like, if they've all been well established in this village with no outsiders, who is buying furniture? I mean, I guess she sells books and things as well. Maybe she meant she was busy at the store because the townsfolk came round with pitchforks and she had to talk them down. I imagine that's a regular occurrence.
So, you said you had something special planned for tonight, right?
You spent the whole day trying to guess what it is.
I think I've narrowed it down. It's either a crashed UFO, the Fountain of Youth, or Elvis.
Those are the ones you narrowed it down to?
Someday, Mads, it's gonna be Elvis.
Anyway, we're ready to go if you are.
Yeah, well, she's got a bag with her this time, so maybe they both brought torches. And her camera this time.
Do you both have flashlights? We're going to be heading a bit deeper into the woods this time.
And there we go.
Great. Follow me. I've been waiting to show you two this since you got here. You're going to love it.
This isn't going to be dangerous.
Probably not.
I like those odds. Okay, I'm gonna keep guessing. Ancient graveyard, fairy circle, satanic ritual, Sasquatch den?
Are you both not stupid? We are going into a dark forest. I think the fact that they traveled all the way out to a town that has no Wi-Fi, and therefore they kind of really looked up much about it to begin with, then went off with the first stranger who spoke to them to stay in a creepy cabin in the woods away from the rest of town. I think that they're already pretty clearly stupid in terms of survival sense.
Close. It's a church.
Okay, a church in the woods is creepy as fuck. Like, super creepy.
Wait, a church?
Even if people still... Actually, I can't tell. Is an abandoned church in the woods creepier than a church in the woods that all of the townsfolk go to? Like, scared, like, regular... You know, like, every week or month or whatever, and they're all just quiet and don't say a single word as they go to the church, and then as they leave the church, not a single word spoken. Which one is creepier? Completely solemn church in the forest, or completely abandoned church in the forest? This sort of thing seems to be their job. Pretty incompetent. I agree. They're not very good at their job.
Was Maddie right when she said you were gonna try to get us to join a cult?
I never said that.
Nothing like that, I promise. It's really old. Older than any of the buildings you've seen in Eisenfeld.
Sorry, I thought I heard a knock at the door and I had to go get up and check.
The people who built it are ancestors of the residents today. I guess they were what you'd consider pagans. They worshipped a god of the forest.
Whoa.
Okay, this town just got a lot creepier, because any place where the ancestors, like where the descendants are still living, right near where the ancestors had built, or in the town that ancestors built, like that's creepy. People migrate. That's the usual thing that people do. As a person who's been to an abandoned church in the middle of the outback, I can say I would find the quiet church service more unsettling. I guess it depends. Like, for me personally, it depends what style of church it is. Like, if it's just, you know, a big old stone church, then it's like, okay, not that creepy for it to be abandoned. But there are certain types of churches that just give you that feeling of surely this is actually a murder cult.
So, to summarize, your great-great-whatevers and the rest of the villagers built an old church out in the forest to worship a giant forest spirit, and that's what we're going to see right now?
Right.
Have I mentioned that this is going to be the best episode of the show ever?
You said it's older than the rest of the village.
Centuries, at least. I don't know how many. I've done some research on the history of Eisenfeld.
How'd you learn about it then?
A lot of it comes from old journals, or other documents left behind by the people who used to live here. Parts of it are passed down as family legends, too.
You think we could take a look at those journals sometime? Maybe we could show them off on the show. Authentic first-hand accounts, or something like that.
I'd be happy to show you.
Score! You're seriously the best. Like, thanks for doing all this.
It's nothing, really. Don't all your hosts do the same?
A lot of them only stick around for the first day or two. Then once they realize there's a lot of filming and setting up behind the scenes, they get bored. Hey, Morgan? Are you sure it's safe to keep going?
Oh, you're right. It's going to get bad pretty soon.
What? How soon is pretty soon? And how bad?
I'd say within the next half hour. Those clouds don't look good.
Oh no, a snowstorm in the forest at night while they're on their way to an abandoned church. Who could have ever predicted this? Such a twist. Especially since she mentioned, you know, unusual and unnatural weather behaviors localized to certain parts of the forest.
We need to turn back then. Back to the cabin.
We're closer to the church than the cabin. I think we should go there and wait it out.
Wait it out? What if it doesn't just pass by? What if we're...
It's better than being dead, you know.
You would be dead if you're stuck in there for a couple of days. I guess not, you could eat each other.
I don't know what's going on. I don't think it was...
We're just wasting time standing here arguing, you know. Morgan said we should go to the church.
Fine. Let's get going then.
Maddie would be the first one eaten. I really feel like Morgan would be easier prey. We know it can't be Tara that would get eaten first. But Morgan would either they'd eat Morgan and then realize that they needed her to survive, or they'd try and eat Morgan and she'd fight back and kill them both. And then she'd survive safe and sound. That's my theory of if they needed to cannibalize each other. But yes, if I was there, I'd definitely say Maddie's absolutely useless whining. She keeps calling herself a voice of reason, but I think she might have an inflated ego. Maddie is more unlikely to quit the show anyway. Well, yes, but that's apparently not how normal people make decisions. I'm assuming that the pack mentality of Tara and Maddie knowing each other for longer is what would make them most likely to team up against Morgan. Also, she's shorter, so she would appear to be an easier target, whether she actually would be or not. Well, that's what you get for wearing a fucking cardigan into the snow, Tara. Normal people and their cannibal decisions, pah. I like that your cannibalistic decisions are based in logic. It's much better. Because it is logical to eat the most annoying and useless character first. Because if they survive, they're just going to get more annoying and you're all going to snap and absolute chaos will reign. But you can keep order a lot better if you only have people who are being helpful and not making you want to punch them in the face.
Just give me 1 second and I'll get this open.
Okay, a creak that is audible over a snowstorm is probably supernatural in nature.
After you.
She also seems to tolerate some more meals. Well, yes, Maddie and Tara both seem to be roughly the same height, but Maddie appears to be a little, like, not chubby, but, she's looks like she's got a bit more flesh on her bones. Obviously, Morgan would be the most successful of the three at surviving. Assuming that the other two didn't manage to gang up on her and kill her.
Mads, we hit the jackpot!
That architecture looks a little too modern to be... Did she say thousands of years old? Yes, Muzzer, we've decided that we will eat Maddie. Actually, if I was there, y'all had better you'd be better off eating me first because I'm not going to eat a person. So, it'd just be a waste. Let the survivors survive,
I'm really sorry about this. If I'd thought the weather would turn so foul, I'd have never suggested we come out here. The last thing I want to do is place you and Tara in any danger. I just wanted to show the two of you something tangible. Something different.
I wish they had a... Oh, I didn't realize there was extra ones here. Turn that volume down a bit. I wish I had a sound setting for atmospheric effects, like the weather, because it's just too loud.
Don't apologize yet. There's still plenty of time for us to die of starvation or something like that.
I think it's more likely that we die of exposure first.
Hey, come check out these books!
By the way, how do you keep it so warm in here? I was looking for a heater or something, but couldn't find one.
It's magic, I think.
Check it out! Tell me these aren't filled with ancient incantations or something.
These aren't filled with ancient incantations. Hey, what the hell? You don't know what's floating around in here?
You're literally the only person alive who could be in a haunted church and not care at all.
She never said it was haunted, you know? And I'm sorry that I'm still a bit too shaken up over, you know.
We weren't ever in any real danger, I'm sure.
Actually, I wasn't sure we were going to make it here.
That makes this an even more badass story for the vlog. Mads, you'll have to go hard on the wind sound effects. Maybe we should set the camera outside, get some footage of the blizzard?
Yes, just leave your camera outside in the blizzard. That's definitely gonna work. And not at all make you regret it.
Earthquake?
Strong winds can splinter trees. Ooh.
Oh my god.
That's not possible.
What? Oh my god. Girl, it is your job to be the camera woman. How do you not have the presence of... What? She seriously? I don't know how she can even have presence of mind to do that. You were supposed to have the presence of mind to do that. You are the camera woman on a supernatural show. If you see anything supernatural, your first instinct should be to pick up the camera and point it at the supernatural event. Jesus. They are so bad at their jobs. Date it. I don't know, it looks kind of masculine to me. This is definitely a Yuri novel. I wondered if I could maybe click that because it's the first word that's been in a different color. And sometimes they've got like little effects if you click them. turn that sound back up for you. Oh my god, was that the end or the start of chapter 2? No, that was this. Okay, I have to check. Oh boy. 3 hours for the first chapter, because that was the achievement for reaching chapter 2. I'm still not sure why I didn't get the achievement for beginning chapter 1, but whatever. 3 hours to reach chapter 2. Jesus Louises. I'm starting to think that maybe... Wow. Maybe I should do 1 chapter per stream, because... Yeah... It's gonna be like 15 hours of game if they're all 3 hours each. Okay. Yep, I've decided I'm done with this game for the day. I'll have to play it again in a couple of days. Probably about 3 days until I get a chance to stream again. Yeah, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to do a raid and drop you guys into Joe Schmo's channel, who is playing Ghost Watchers, which sounds pretty on point for me. Was the Guts was fun. Well, thank you. I'm really happy that you managed to, yeah, come and check it out with me.